Okay, so guys, the heading lecture we're going to do application on Microsoft Excel. Okay. آه راح نكون عم نعمل application على Microsoft Excel. مثل ما شايفين somehow the interface of all Microsoft applications is the same. So same thing when you open Microsoft Excel, we are going to get either creating a new blank workbook or new blank document as in Microsoft Word, or you can choose one of the templates that are predefined if you want to help you. What's more in templates in Microsoft Excel is that there is a lot of templates that can help you in managing your work. Okay, since Microsoft Excel is used in a wide variety of applications, if you want, you can use it for calculations, you can use it as a calendar, you can use it for maybe attendance sheets, because Excel can do lots of applications. There is a huge variety of functions inside Excel that can help you. Actually, most of the finance, if you want, softwares or applications are based on Excel and the database of Excel. And there is an interface between Excel and most of those programs. So if you have a finance, let's say, software, most of the finance software, you can export the data to Microsoft Excel. Why? Because Excel can help you in filtering, it can help you in managing your data. That's why we have lots of templates that can help you in creating also your documents. For example, you have many types of calendars. You can you can manage your budget yearly, monthly, daily. It can help you a lot. Uh, Also, you can put a timeline for your projects. You can put attendance sheets, grade books, all of those and more. You can do them on using Microsoft Excel. Okay. For today, we are going to start a blank document to get familiar with some, and not all, of course, some Microsoft Excel applications. Okay, why not all? Because there is hundreds of functions in Microsoft Excel that can help you. We are going to, if you want, learn the manner of searching or choosing our right function, and learn how to find our proper functions. Okay, so first, this is the interface of Microsoft Excel. It's exactly somehow the same as Microsoft Word. Okay, so we have the ribbon, there's lots of tabs. And as we said in Microsoft PowerPoint also, and in Microsoft Excel, and in Microsoft, sorry, Word, that the tabs are almost the same, but with little changes. Okay, so in all of them, as we can see, there is Home tab, there is Answer tab, there is View, there is Review, there is Help. احنا كنا شفنا مايكروسوفت باوربوينت we have transitions and animations, for example, extra tabs. هون because it's Microsoft Excel, so of course there is a data and formula tabs that are introduced to Microsoft Excel because it works with database and data, and it works with formulas. As for the workspace in Microsoft Excel, it's made up of cells that form a huge table, if you want. Okay, so it's a huge table created. We have cells. This cell is labeled, or it's named, or you can assign it through its column, okay, and row. So the columns are in alphabetical order and the rows are in numbers. So let's say we are going to have this cell It is C4. Okay, and you can see this name in the corner here. Allah, you tell me, okay, so we have from A to Z columns? No, because when we reach Z, we are going to start AA, AB, AC till we reach AZ and then continue, as you can see. Okay? No. So this is somehow in general about Microsoft Excel. Also, what's uh, special about Microsoft Excel that's not that differs from Microsoft Word is the sheets. So in Microsoft Excel, you can create multiple sheets here. Those sheets can help you to deal with your data. Okay? Questions? Okay. So we are going to start with the small tips for Microsoft Excel. Let's say we want to have a calendar and we want to write the month of the year. Okay. هلا لو كنا على Microsoft Word, we are going to do what? Create a table and then write from Jan till December. True? What's nice about Microsoft Excel that you can write Jan or January, whatever you want, and just select this cell, go for this black dot at the corner. Can you see it? If you click on it and drag, keep clicking and drag down, you will get auto generated series. So it will automatically create it. Okay? Let's say if you write Jan, also you can do the same thing. If there is data to the left of the cell, you can just double click. When you see this black cross, you can double click and it will automatically also copy those same number of those cells. Okay, let's try another series. Let's try, for example, Monday. We do the same, it will continue. Okay. If we have other series like numbers, we need to write at least two in order to help Excel to predict the series. So 1, 2, it will help you to create. Okay. Let's say we have 2, 4, 6. Okay, it will also automatically generate the seeds. Deal? Yes. Let's check with 2, 4. And you can check. Okay. If you write 2, 4 alone, in this case, it will continue this one. But what if your numbers is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32? Okay. So try as much as you can to give Microsoft Excel series or maximum number of numbers that you think it's good to predict the series. Okay. Questions? Okay, so this one tip, if you want to use it in Microsoft Excel, it will help you in creating your data. In this exercise or application, we are going to create a gradebook, which will help us in most of the functions, if you want, or most of the things that you may use in Microsoft Excel. So let's say we have a gradebook. What's the first thing you need to write? Names. Okay, let's write random names. Let's say Sherbil, Isa, or mixing it. And let's say Chloe, 8. Okay, and whatever. Give me a name. Jad Karam. Okay. Let's say we have those three students in our list. Okay, so actually, in general, when we need to do attendance, if it's a class, usually we do weekly attendance, right? Let's say this is 1 December. Okay, we go for this one. As you can see in home tab, there is something here called number. Can you see it? This group. And this one, you can decide what's this. Is it general? Is it a number? Is it currency? Is it accounting? Let's tell Microsoft Excel that this one is a date. It's a short date or a long date. Okay? Or you can press on this one, as we said, exactly the same Microsoft Word. This one will let us, or opens for us, advanced options for each group, right? Let's go for this one and check. You can see, you can choose one of those. Let's say it's date, and you can choose how you want to see this date. Okay? Let's say this one. Second one, it should be what? 8 December, right? So let's try now to autofill it for 7 or 8 weeks. So if we drag, it will automatically drag it for the number of weeks that we want. Deal? Questions? Okay. So let's take attendance now. Let's consider Sherbil attended all sessions. Same as Microsoft Excel, Word, guys. Consider it as a table in Microsoft Word. Okay. You can center the text inside the cell. The functions of fonts and alignments are almost the same, even in merging the cells, same as merging cells in a table. Okay, so let's say Chloe on off attendance, and let's say Jad didn't attend a lot. Okay, same thing, guys. You can center them, or you can just do as Microsoft Word. Go for the format painter and select those. It will copy the format of the above. Deal? Yeah. Let's say I want the grade of attendance over 100. How can we do it? لا in general انت هلا اذا if I told you how do you take the average? And exactly. So you count if you want the number of attendances over the total number of days multiplied by 100, right? So if we want to take attendance here, it's what? It's equal to 1 to, let's say we have an O here. Let's say to help us show it. This one is equal to what? 3, 4, 5, صح? 5 over 6 multiplied by 100. So actually this is our attendance, right? And I'm going to write this for each and every student, right? What if I have 100 students? Not 100, 20 students. So I need something to automatically count those, right? Okay. I need something to count the number of days attended. So I want to count the number of yes. True? There's two ways to be able to guess or to let Excel help me in finding my function. The first way is just write equal and say, okay, I want to count. Let's try count. Is there anything called count? Yes. And I can choose using the arrow which one I need by reading what's beside it. Okay? If you get a good, if you can't find your function using this method, you can also go for function here. Can you see it? If you press on this one, it will tell you type a brief description of what you want to do and then click go. So you write a description. So count number of yes. Let's try count cells. It will give me all the functions with a brief description also for what this function can do. Okay, so count, it will count the number of cells in a range that contain a number. Do I need this here? Count A counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. Do I need it? I don't need it in this part, صح? Count blank, it will count the blank cells. I don't need it too. Count if, it will count the number of cells with a range that meets a given condition. This what exactly I need, right? So let's go for okay and tell it what's the range I want to count in. This is the range. So I go and select this range. Okay? Comma. Oh, enter. Sorry. What's the criteria? I want it equal to what? I want to count yes. Now, if I use the drag secret of Excel and I drag down, it will automatically count the yes in all of them. Why? When I drag down B3, it will be B4, G3, it will be G4. So it will select this one. Okay? Deal? Easy? Okay. So now 5, I can do it right using a formula. صح? Let's try now to write the formula instead of inserting it using functions. So it's count, and I choose which count I want. I said I want count if, right? So I double click on count if, and I tell count if. What's the range I want to count? Can you see? First, the range is this one, صح? Comma. Now, criteria is in bold. That write the criteria. Once I want to write the criteria, guys, or to write a text if you want, I put it in a double quotation. Don't forget that. So double quotation and yes, it will going to count yes, and they will close the count if here. Deal? I want one more thing, guys. What is it? The 6. Why I want the 6? Let's say one of the days we didn't come. I don't want to count it. صح؟ هي مالنا من ضمن attendance. We didn't come to university. Okay? So what do I want to put instead of 6? غير function. What is the other function? So مثل ما كان عم بقول بالضبط. I want to count those that are not empty, right? So let's try to count again. And which one? This one will count the empty, right? And this one will count the not empty. Can you see? Count A, right? So I go for count A and it will count all of them. Okay? Now I can double click and it will automatically generate for me the attendance. Now adding attendance will automatically update my data. Okay? Also, I can round this number if you want. Okay? So how do I round a number? I can write what? Round. صح? Let's write. Try. I want to try. So there is round. When I started writing round, there is round which rounds the specific number of digits. Round down, it will round it down. Round up, it will round it up. And round, it returns a number rounded to the desired multiplier. So what do I need from those? First one is good for me, right? Okay. So which number I want to round? I want to round this number, right? So after this number, I can put what? Comma. Sorry, comma. Okay. Number of digits. What's the number of digits I want? Let's say one number. Okay, after the dot. And I can close. So now it's round. Okay. I can put zero also. Okay. Questions. Easy. So what's this? Attendance. Right? That. What else you may have in a class other than attendance? Let's say assignments. Okay. And what else? Grade for what? Yes. And in class usually grades on what? In assignments, as attendance, what else? Exams. You have, let's say, exam one and final. Okay. As you can see, guys, you have two ways to make this fit. Either double click here, it will automatically fit what's written, or you can do this, or also you can go for wrap text. Can you see the wrap text? Okay, so let's say we double click here and let's fill those numbers randomly. 80, 50. Let's say Chloe did well in exam assignments. She failed the first exam and she got 90 on the last exam. On is not attending, so is not getting a good grade. على طول جايب a good grade? No. Let's make someone of you with a good grade. Okay, same thing, guys. We can centerize it. Okay. Okay. Now I want to calculate the final grade. How can I calculate the final grade? Average? Be percentages. I go for averages if there is no weighted percentages. All of them same percentage. But in this case, of course, there is weighted percentages, right? So what I need to do is do what? Equal first. Remember, guys, if you write anything without an equal, it will be considered as a text. Even if it is 1 plus 1, it will not be considered as an equation if there is no equal. Okay? So it's equal to what? This one multiplied by what? Let's say 10%. What's a 10%? Yani 0.1, right? Plus this one, let's say it's 20%. صح? Plus, let's say this one multiplied by 30. And this one multiplied by what? By the rest, which is 40. True? And how can I copy this down? Just drag it or double click. Deal? Tap. What if I told you, okay, you know what? I want you, because the grades are not too high, I want to increase the percentage of attendance and decrease the percentage of final exam. I want to make attendance 20% and the final as 30%. How can I do this? راح ارجع اعملها من اول وجديد right. I can go here, change this and change this. Okay. One more thing. Let's say one of the students asked me, what's the percentage of the exam? I need to double click here and check it. And if it is a PDF with me, I can't know the percentages, right? So what can I do in this case? وين نكتب؟ طيب شو رايك نكتبهم بدل ما يكون حد الاتندنس نكتبهم تحت بسمول بلوك وهلا بقول لك ليه. So اذا حطينا attendance هون, let's say 10%, first thing we need to put is in numbers we need it as a percentage, right? So this one we need it as a percentage block. صح? Let's say it's 10%. Okay? And then assignment, same thing, I need those as percentage blocks. Let's say it's 20%, exam 1 30%, and final 40%, right? And in this case, guys, you can add them up to make sure that they are 100 always. So you can either put equal and sum, okay, for all of them, or you can go for formulas and put an auto sum for those which is the same sum. Okay? Deal? That. Now, guys, instead of multiplying by 0.1, I multiply by what? By this one. I just click on this one. Okay? Same thing. This one. Okay? Same thing. This one and then this one. And now, if I change this percentage to 15 and this one to 35, it will automatically be updated. Okay? Yeah. Now, guys, one more question. If I want to do this for all of them, what should I do? Drag. Do you think it will work? Someone's getting 144 over 100. Why? What do you think the problem is? كيف يعني؟ Percentages. طيب شوفوا راح اعمل لكم دبل كليك على كل وحده منهم. Okay, and see the reference for all of them. Okay, and try to figure out the problem. Can you see? Why? I told you before, when I drag, 4 will be 5, صح? Same manner, 9 will be 10. So what may be a solution for this? I'll help you شوي. What's the controller of most of the things in the world now? للأسف it's a bad thing يعني بس what controls everything now? No, deep. Go deeper. Deeper. Money. The bad thing. Money controls everything, right? Now, if I told you, Sherbil, take it $200 and stay on this chair for 3 hours, will you stay or not? Yes. You will, of course, right? Same thing, guys. If I tell mine, you know what? Take this $100 and stay in your place. Don't move ever. Do you think it will stay? Let's try. The magic of money. So I will tell 9, 10, 11, and 12, you know what? Stay in your place. Take $100 and stay in your place. Let's try if this will work. Surprise. Money controls Excel too. What do you think? بس تذكروا شغلة guys. 9 will not stay in its place if you manage to pay the 9 after coming. You should pay the 9 before coming. Okay? ما بتقبل يعني قبل ما توصل بدها تكون ال $100 موجودة. Okay? Why I didn't put a dollar sign before B? Because I'm not moving right or left. If I want B to be fixed, I will put also a dollar sign before B. So now, so now, if I go to the right, as you can see, B will stay B in this case. بس هون صارت C وهون صارت C وهون صارت C because it didn't got money to be fixed. Okay? Got the point? Easy? Questions? Okay, شوف. If I go right or left, the letter will change because you are changing columns. So B will be C, C will be D, D, same as numbers downwards. To the right and to the left, the letters will change. Okay, so in this case, I gave also B dollar sign, this B. But this B I didn't, and this B I didn't, and this B I didn't. So I tried to drag it to the right. What will happen? B will stay B because there's a dollar sign before, but this B will be C, and this one C, and this one C because there's no dollar sign before. Okay? Because we are moving right and left. Okay? Questions? Okay. Another thing, guys, you do usually in a grade book, what do you do? Letter grade. Okay? Let's write down the letter grade uh, rules if you want. Let's say we don't have a lot of letter grades. It's either A, B, or C, or D. Okay, let's consider it like that. So let's say below 70, it's A, D. Okay, 70 to not to 80, it is a what? 80 to 90, B, and what else? Above 90, it's an A. Okay, متفقين on questions? How do you think can we do this? بنحط أكبر أو أصغر؟ اوكي حطيت اكبر او اصغر ها. What happened? When? On? On? Like this? شو تغير؟ I need a function. انا عبالكم what function I may use. بدنا نفتش يلا شو بدي اكتب لفتش؟ If طلع في function اسمها if. Let's go for if. If it will do a logical test. What logical test I need to do? يعني first thing I want to check what? I want to check the grade if it is what? Below 70 يعني مظبوط مثل ما قالت بس مش تحت فوق. Okay, comma, value if true. What if this is true? I want to put what D exactly. What if it is false? راح احط C ولا B ولا A؟ which one؟ Case. ما بعرف. what do you think guys؟ طب كيف فينا نحطهم كلهم؟ لا نجرب. so she's saying let's try to put كذا اف حد بعضهم. طيب فينا نحط اف مرة تانية؟ يس فينا نحط اف مرة تانية. Wow, it worked. Now I will check this one. What I will check about it. تذكروا guys I am in the false of the below 70 صح؟ يعني of course لما اوصل لهيدي الكيس it means I am not below 70. True? So if I checked if this one is below 80 now, then I am pretty sure that it's between 70 and 80 صح؟ So if it is between 70 and 80 I will put what? Okay? Comma. What if it is false? It's not below 70 now, it's not below 80 now, right? I will check it if what? If this one is below 90, right? If this one, okay, below 90. What's the value if it is below 90? And now what? What's the value of false? Do I need another if? خلاص. As if it's not a boy, it's a girl, right? Female or male. خلاص, there's nothing left. If it is not D, C, B, it's of course an A, right? So we close all the F's, enter. So again, double click, it will automatically generate a letter grade. Easy? Questions? Okay. Why we don't need dollar sign here? إذا أنا حطيت dollar sign before 3, right? What will happen? All of them will test L3, right? So in this case, no, I want this one to test L4 and this one to test L5. So I needed to change here. هون على فكرة same thing. أنا ال H3 تركتها without dollar sign because I want and the second one to calculate using H4 and I4 and J4. But I don't want this one to change because it's fixed. Got it? يعني مثلا هون لو logical test تبعنا حاطينه instead of 80 it is a cell. Yes, we need a dollar sign because always I want to test with 80. Deal? Questions? Questions? No questions? طيب. Guys online, any question?
No question.
You have a question or no question?
No question.
Okay, great. It's a lot. طيب. هون letter grade صح؟ Let's make this شوي هيك إذا بدكم as a visual thing يعني. Let's try to put borders, okay? And let's try to put this border thicker. بس هيك ليبين إنه it is different than this one, than this one, صح? This one. Okay, and we can, let's say here, make it somehow like this, same thing. And this one, we can make it like this. Much better, no? We can play around with those and make it look better if you want. questions. Easy هيدي البارت. It's the same as Microsoft Word, yes. Shadings and what? طيب. Let's say I want to write beside each student what's the best subject he used to or she used to have in high school. I want to know my students what subjects they used to like in high school. Okay? So, subject they like. Heck, and I like to put this info in my gradebook. I like to know about my students. So I'm going to write each and every student what subjects they like, right? Can I do it in an easier way? Table, why table? Let's say you have 100 students بدك تقعد تكتب كل مرة chemistry أو biology أو وبعدين اوكي بس تحط A B C. طب طب انا sometimes guys هيك بشوف ما بعرف يعني بفوت على مثلا ويب سايت في ارو بكبس على الارو بيطلع عندي اي ليست بنقي منها ما في اعملها. Can I do it in Excel? You don't know. طيب let's أول شيء try to create our list. Let's make a new sheet. حط فيها a list of students here. Okay? Deal. Let's say a list of sorry of subjects. Math, physics, biology. Okay? Chemistry. What else? Philosophy. ليه كلكم بتحبوا الفلسفي؟ History. Let's say those. Okay? I can come here and tell them, you know what? I want to change the data that is in this cell. So I go for data. I tell them, no, you know what? I want to work with data tools. Can you see it here? I click here. I want to validate this data. In this case, I can tell this cell what type of data it should contain. I can choose multi types of data. Text, time, data, whole number, anything. انا بكون تقولوا لي what's the difference between this one and this one. هون كمان I can choose if it is time, if it's currency, right? What's good about this one it will not only uh, tell the user what's inside this. It's telling the user. It's forcing the user or forcing the one who's putting data to put this data. And let's say if I said I want this one as a whole number between what and what, I can tell them, okay, let's say between 5 and 10. Okay. Input message, I can tell the user what to do here. Let's say answered a subject. Okay. And I can stop this user from inserting any number which is between not between 5 and 10. So إذا راح يحاول هيدا اليوزر يقول okay I want to put 11, it will stop him. It can stop him, it can warn him, it can inform him. Okay, so let's say it will stop him. If I put 11, it will put an arrow. Okay, and adding to this, I can tell them the message, please enter a number between 5 and 10. Okay, so now if I put 11, please enter a number between 5 and 10. Okay, easy. There. But what I want to do is not this for now. What I want to do, I want a list, صح? So I go for here and say I want a list. And in cell drop down list. Choose the source. I will choose the source. I will go here. I can choose either all of this or just choose the list. Why I choose all of this? If I want to add, I can add as much as I can, as I want. Okay. So enter. Okay. Now there's a drop down list with all the majors and I can choose. Okay. It will tell me insert a subject and I can choose the subject. Okay. Also guys, same manner we can drop, sorry. Okay. And I can choose the major I want. Okay. Questions? What do you think? What do you mean? More than one subject? You mean as checkboxes? But in one cell, can we do it? لا, in one cell, can we do it قصدي? Okay. Let's go for data validation. You mean in this one, you wanted to do more, right? يعني to do a checkbox. It's one cell. صح؟ طيب, in this one cell, the only way to put list, if you put same source, okay. So in this one, if put boxes in this one, in this cell, I can put one box. So if you want to do so, you need more than one cell. Hey, first, صح? Or you can easily do what? Drag it here. Okay, so you can put two beside each others. هلا التشيك بوكسز اللي عم تحكي عنهم we can't do it here. We can interface it with someone or with something else, but not here. Okay? Questions? Yes.
So this one will not automation.
Data validation to make a list. To make this drop down list. كان فيك تكتبهم one by one أكيد.
عملوا في حسب
بس خليني يكون شوي هيك عم بفهم منك. رجع عدلي.
شيل
هيدي تاني شيت. عملت سيلكت له. كوبي. بعدين عملت لهم بيست.
تحت السبجكت بكيس biology وكلهم غير كلهم.
Like this? What do you mean? ما عم بفهم عليك صراحة.
كما هو الأخير وأنا عامل دراج واحد كم بعد مستوى شيت 1.
This arrow is created by data validation.
سelection option. اوكي هون ما عندي شيء. هون
ما عندك شيء. اوكي انا معك.
visual بعد بس
ركز معي. انا ليه عم بعمل هذا الشيء؟ ليكون عندي ليست في كل النيم، صح؟ هيك هو اللي بيخليه يصير في عندي ليست، صح؟ هذا arrow it will not be created without data validation.
انا فكر برا الارو يعني.
برا الارو ما في ليست يعني، صح؟
السلكشن وعملنا دروب كل واحد بجواب. هاي كنت الشيء الصادق.
بس ما هو هون انت ما بتعرف شو جوابه، يمكن يكون ماث، يمكن يكون فيزيكس، يمكن يكون بيولوجي. I want to fill it up. لا منه هالقد ذكي هو اللي يعرف انت شو بتحب نيتشرز. Got my point? Okay. Questions. هلا هو بيعمل كل شيء اكسل بس it's not smart enough to go to your brain and know oh it likes history. Oh no, this one likes biology. Questions? No questions? Yeah. One more thing, guys. We'll go back to home. There's something also in Excel. It's called conditional formatting. This is actually a very, 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 very nice thing, which I like a lot. This one it can help you in detecting and managing all your cells. You can select the cells and say, okay, you know what? Those are those numbers. I want you to highlight them with, let's say, like this. It will highlight them from the largest to the smallest. Or you can create a rule. You tell them, you know what? I want you to format all the cells that are مثلا I want the lowest value, let's say, and the highest value. مثلا okay, بقول له lowest value make it red, the highest value make it green, okay, and in between it will be orange. Can you see? This is grading. Or you can go for letter grades. Same thing. You say new rule. I want you that contain, for example, not a cell value now. I want it specific text, مثلا color in B. And format this B, I can go for format. I can change the font, the border, and the fill. Fill it with the green, let's say, and make the font blue. I don't know what, bold, okay, and make a border like this, and make the color of the border, yeah, a green. I don't know what a bad mix, but okay. Deal. It will go for B. Now, if this is B, it will automatically color it. Okay. So in this case, let's change this for 90. It will be automatically colored if it is B. Okay. Questions? Questions? Okay. Answered. It's the same, exactly the same as Microsoft Word, guys. Exactly the same. Okay. And PowerPoint. And we took, if you remember, we took those charts in PowerPoint. Already in PowerPoint, when we open a chart, it will open an Excel sheet. So it's exactly the same. One more thing, guys, I want to tell you about. Let's say I want to create a chart here, and I want the data from another sheet. So I can also go for this sheet and select the data here. Okay? So it will put sheet one, it will put exclamation mark, and then write the range. Deal? So you can, if you want, do this. Okay. So not only you can use cells inside this sheet, but you can use cells from other sheets. So instead of writing B9, it will write sheet 7, let's say, exclamation mark B9. Okay? Questions? Easy? Then. Also, guys, you can change the page layout. You can change the size of your sheet. And if you choose the size of your sheet, guys, you can see this dotted line. Can you see it? Can you see this dotted line? Can you see it now better? Those dotted lines? Those dotted lines will help you to know where is the end of my sheet. Can you see it? This one? It will show you the end. Let's say it's landscape. This is the dotted line. It will help you to know where's the end of your sheet. Adding to this, if you go for Control P, which is print, you can also scale it to make it fit inside this document. Okay? You can, of course, print selections, workbook, sheets, and so on. But for the margins, I mean, you can make it fit. Or for no scaling, if there is no scaling, it will print it till this one. Okay? Or save it as PDF, same thing. Deal? Also, you can have headers. You can select the width if it's not automatic, and so on. Okay, so this is for scaling. You know, if you want to scale it for printing. Formulas, we've covered some formulas, guys, and there's a lot more formulas. In the PowerPoint presentation, okay, we also have some formulas for text. Let's take an example for text formulas. For example, let's say those are my students and I want to, okay, let's go first for data validation and remove the list, make it any value. Okay, let's say, guys, I want to write only the first name to separate the first name from the last name, okay? And I want it automated. How can I do this? Equals. As mentioned in the lectures, there's a function called what? Called what? There's left and right. There's something called right. This right will return a specific number of characters from the end of a text. And I want it from the start now, صح؟ لأنه let's try left. Is there something called left? So left will return specific characters from the start of a text string. Okay, so yes, I want this one. If I choose this one, first choose the text. What's the text here? Second, I want to give them the number of characters. So in case of Sharbil, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? It's 7 characters. So enter, it will write Sharbil. But the bad thing about this one, if I dragged it, it will not work. Why? Because not all the names have the same number of letters. Exactly. So what should I do in this case? No. Exactly. I want to what? I want to tell them, you know what? Stop at space. صح? And I want to detect the space when. صح? I want to return where the space. Okay? So how can I do this? بس كيف في يلاقي وين السبيس؟ What's the function? I want to do what? You told me something. You want to do what? شو يعني? What do you want from space? You want to do what? I want to find the space, right? So let's try, there is something called find. Okay? Use find. This find do what? It will return the starting position of one text string with another one. Let's see. Find text. What text I want to find? It's space, صح? So it's quotations, space, quotations, صح? This is what I want to find. Within which text? Within this text. True? comma. هلا guys, everything that is between those two brackets in all formulas, it means it's an optional thing. Got my point? Can you see the brackets besides start number? يعني text within text, sorry, ما في brackets حواليها صح؟ But start number, there's brackets around. It means it's optional. It means if I don't want to start from the beginning. Got my point? So let's say, no, I don't want it. Let's start from the beginning by default. So it returns 8. Where is 8, guys? It's the space. So on, instead of 7, what should I write? Yalla, help me. I'll put the find, صح? But this one will find what? The space. أنا بدي السبيس بديها تخلص قبل السبيس بوحدة صح؟ So I put -1. Okay, let's try it for all of them. No, it's working. Easy? نعم. Sure. So I told Microsoft Excel, you know what? I want you to get from the left of this text everything till this one, which is the number of characters that I want to get. What are the number of characters? I'll tell you the number of character of space -1. And you go for the number of characters of space, then go backward once and give me this text if you want. Easy? Text. What about the family name, guys? Right. صح؟ أول شيء متفقين it's right. So لهذا التكست, what are the number of characters here? If you find the space, it will return the character number of space صح؟ يعني it will give us 8. مظبوط؟ يعني شوف راح احط لك find space اللي كنت عم تحكي عنه. هيك انت عم تقول عنه صح؟ وبلس 1. True؟ ليه؟ لأنه هي 8. يعني هي this one, okay, if you want to understand it more, هيك بشرح لكم the second one مرة واحدة. I can go for the formula and I can evaluate this formula to check what's going on. So, right. Okay, so A3 كانت شرب العيسى, right? Now, من بعد ما عملت شرب العيسى, I want to find this one. So step in. كمان لقيت شرب العيسى again. So I want to evaluate this one. This one will give me 8 plus 1, it will give me 9. So what's going to do? It will take from the right 9 characters and give me the answer. So that's why أعطتني this thing. Got the point? شو الغلط باللي نحن كتبناه ده هون؟ أو باللي فكر فيه your friend? Try to fix it. Guys online كمان help us. We need to fix this problem. لو إذا حطينا left هتبلش من الأول. احنا صح رايت بدنا نبلش من الآخر. بس بدنا إياها توصل لمطرح ما هي السبيس. And find space, it will return the number of characters still space. How? Any idea, guys? هذا عنده هيك شي طريقة يفكر فيها.
Do we put a comma and -1?
You put a comma and -1? What do you mean?
I'm not sure, like after the find.
Okay.
Since it will be going from right to left, it will stop at this. It should stop at this space. So -1.
اه نو ما هو كلاريستا البروبلم عندنا انه find to return the character number. يعني بدل find space it will give us 8, so it will go from right 8 characters back. Got the point?
Yes.
So وهون ما فينا نحط +1، ما بتزبط. No. اول شيء مع find. جايز اذا نحن الفايند عم تعطينا الكاركتر يلي موجود عليه السبيس، وانا ما بدي من قبل السبيس قد ايه عدد الكاركترز، بدي من بعد السبيس قد ايه عدد الكاركترز، صح؟ متفقين لهون؟ انا بدي من بعد السبيس عدد الكاركترز، هي السبيس عم تعطينا قد ايه في قبل السبيس. كيف في اعرف؟ think about it. اذا عندك هيدي الرولر قلت لك السبيس هي ماينس شو؟ كلها ماينس السبيس، صح؟ يعني انا اذا سبيس على ال8 كيف بعرف من ال8 للاخر قد ايه فيه؟ كل الرولر ماينس 8 سنتيمتر فور اكزامبل. ترو؟ كلها كيف فينا نجيب اللينث لكلها؟ لينث لكلها، صح؟ سو اذا قلنا اللينث اوف ذيس تكست شلنا منه وين السبيس موجوده. You got the point? Let's say التكست كله 18، شلنا منه ال8 يعني رح يعطيني اخر 10، صح؟ And now it's working. Okay? Now guys, I want to combine them together. I can do what? No. في شيء اسمه combine. في شيء اسمه combine. شو بيعمل combine؟ Returns the number of combinations. ما طلع بفيدني. طيب let's try إذا في شيء هون بيساعدنا بالfunctions. Let's say try to put combine text.
Two cells, combine two cells.
Combine two cells. ما زبطت. Let's try add text. Let's try text only. شو في عنا ايش التكست؟ لك قديش في عنا formulas للتكست. There's something here, it's concat called, and concatenate, which is join several text strings. Let's see join strings, huh? There's text join and join strings and the concatenate. Concatenate will do what? Will join strings. We can try it. You told me what? And I'll see. Merge, let's say is there a merge? No. Let's try concatenate. Equal concatenate. Join several text strings into one text. I think this should work, right? So first text is this one. We need to make an email, right? Comma. Second text is what? Dot. صح? So first name dot, comma. You got this one. True? It's an email. First name dot last name. صح? Comma. What? At leu.edu.lb. Sorry. Yeah. نسينا نحط what quotations. Okay. Actually guys كان فينا بدل O3 automatically to write what? To write this one صح؟ مظبوط؟ So we can do it using one line صح؟ وهيدي كان فينا نحطها بدل what؟ بدل P3 صح؟ And now can work without those two. What do you think? Actually there is an easier way to do so. بس ما راح اخبركم عنه. Try to find it yourself. Deal؟ بس ما بيزبط كثير في كم حالة هيك بيزبط فيه. Okay? Questions? Easy? طيب. One more thing guys in formulas اللي كنا عم نحكي عنهم هلا you can evaluate formula مثل ما شفنا and also you can check dependencies of the formula. يعني بتشوفوا كل formula is dependent on what. Let's say this one is dependent on what? First place it's dependent directly on those and then indirectly it's dependent on this too صح? So this will show you the dependencies. Another thing you can do, you can show formulas. It will show you all the formulas that are written. So it will, instead of writing the answers, it will write the formulas. Deal? Questions? In data also you can use filters. What are filters, guys? You can filtrate things. صح? You can say, for example, I want only إذا عندكم هون مثلا male, female, for example, you can filtrate only males, only females. So you can select or deselect any you want. So let's say I want only the 90s. It will show you only who's taking 90 in final exam. Okay? If you want to ignore this one, just select all and that's it. Questions? Questions? Okay. One more thing, guys, I want to tell you about. Let's create a new sheet. Put it here. Okay. There's something called what if. What if it will help us also for predicting our auto calculating or predicting what we need. Let's say you are selling items. Okay. The item cost is, let's say, $5. Okay. So we go for home and we select the currency of this item. We can either say it's accounting or currency I want, or you can go for more and select accounting or select currency. Okay. And tell them instead of $, you can choose LBP. You can use any currency you want. Let's say $. Let's say in dollars. So once you put the OK, it will show the $sign beside it. And you can add or remove zeros as much as you want from here. Okay? Let's say this is the item cost. Item price that you are selling is what? How much do you want to sell it? بدك تربح 500%. Let's say $7. Okay? Same thing. Also, guys, we all know that we have something called fixed costs, صح? That are the maintenance cost, employees cost, right? How they are not related to the item cost, صح? True? Let's say we are working on monthly basis and it is $3,000. متفقين لهون؟ And you are selling, let's say, 100 items per month. How can you get the net profit? So first thing we put equal, right? صح? So how can we get the net profit? Item price ضرب اوكي ناقص الايتم كوست كلها ضرب العدد صح؟ It's multiplied by the number minus also what? The fixed cost, right? متفقين لهون؟ So if we sell 100 items, it means we are losing $2,800 because it's currency and working in accounting, okay, because it's accounting, all minus will put them between brackets because we are working in a financial way, okay. طيب I told my employees, okay, you know what, or the financial department, I want you uh, to tell me how many items I should sell to break even. What do I mean by breaking even? I want zero profit, right? So I go for data, I go for what if, and I want to seek this goal. So I tell him, you know what? Please set this cell to zero. صح? By changing which cell in this case? By changing this cell, right? Which is the number of items. صح? If I press OK, it will automatically generate it till it finds that for this one to be zero, I should sell 1,500 items. Yep. Let's say I told him, you know what? I want to change this cell too. I want to make it what? Let's say I want a profit of $2,000. By changing what now? Let's say I told him, you know what? This is a very low selling price. So I want to change the selling price now. So you can change the selling price in order to have this profit. لأنه لقيت إنه أنا أكثر من 1,500 items I'm not able to sell. Okay? So it will generate it automatically to tell me that you should sell it in $8.33 to be able to make a net profit of $2,000. Deal? Easy? This is what if. Questions? The review, guys, it's the same as Microsoft Word, adding to it that you can protect your sheet or workbook with a password. Also, you can go for view. Also, it's similar to Microsoft Word. With one more thing I want to let you know about is the freezing pans. What is a freezing pan? Let's say you have thousands of entries. So I want always to see the names if I go left. And I always want to see the date if I go down. So I can select this cell and say, you know what? I want to freeze it here. Yani, everything above and everything to the left, I want it fixed. Can you see? So now if I go down, the first row will stay fixed. Same thing for this one. This will help you if there's many entries. Okay, let's say instead of grades you have, instead of 3 grades you have 1,500, and I want to check the name of the student. مش كل ما رحت شوي بدي ارجع اتذكر what's the name of the student. Okay, so this will help you. Questions? I've clicked here and freeze pan. I click on this. I freeze it. I freeze it here. It will be freezed in this place. So everything to the left, everything above will be freezed. Okay? Questions? Just click on it again. It's unfreezed. Okay? Any question? This is almost everything in Microsoft Excel. There's one more thing, you can format tables too. You can this one for automatically format it as a table. And one more thing about sheets, guys, also, you can add sheets here as we've seen. You can right click on the sheet and change its color too. And if you want to copy this sheet and change something, you can right click on this sheet. You can move or copy and select to move to end, for example, and create a copy. If you click create a copy, instead of moving it, it will create a copy and move it to the end. It will create the same sheet at the end. Okay? Can we name the sheets? Of course, you can change the name of the sheets the way you want. Let's say grades. Okay? And you can protect it and lock the sheet and so on. Questions? Almost this is everything you need to know. Keep in mind that there is always a help in Excel, as all Microsoft applications, and there is the function and there is the equal and try to predict what formulas you want. All of those can help you in formulas that you may need. Deal? Questions? Guys, any question? Online, guys?
No.
Questions? All clear?
Yes.